and welcome to the Love MEESH Podcast. I am your host, Meesh. There are a billion people in the world, and I'm just one of them. And welcome to my podcast, where I'll share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests, and no subject is off limits. So let the conversation begin. Mimi, go Mimi. It's the MEESH Podcast. Hey, go me, go Mimi. Hey loves, welcome to another episode of Love MEESH Podcast. And on today's episode, we are talking about, you know what the hot topic is right now, Mr. Derrick Jaxon. And we're going to talk about Lil Nas. I have opinions on both of them, as you know. But I do want to share some other opinions. And we're going to start out with Mr. Derrick Jaxon. First things first. Now, I know I be on social media all day, but I did not know about Derrick. My friend Kiki texted me and she said, look at this. And the first thing I said, not the fact that he cheating and all this other stuff, like, yeah, it was a shocker. Like, I just did not expect that. Not from Mr. Relationship Guru, Mr., black men don't cheat or whatever. I don't know. I just after I got out of a really bad relationship, I just looked up to Derrick Jaxon, Horatio Jones, who else? Mike Reed, it was someone else, Steven. There's just like a lot of guys that were, because I was getting books at the time that will write books on relationships, and this is what you avoid in bad men and different things like that. And he was one of them, and y'all know his videos be on there, all the time, and it just be like, yes, I'm not crazy. Like, here go a whole man confirming, what I already know. So it was just like reassuring, and I don't have a big brother, so I kind of looked up to them like, okay, this is like the big bro advice, they are exposing the code or whatever. The first thing I said was, look at her. Why is she dressed like that? Let me tell you why. I wasn't judging her. And I feel kind of bad because, one of my mom friends on my page, she was like, she's a mom, she has to take care of the house and different stuff like that. Like, she's not going to be prim and proper all the time. And I'm not going to speak on that because, I'm not a mom. I don't know what it is to have to take care of me, take care of men, take care of kids. Maybe you are tired as hell and you're going to get this bonnet. I be having on my bonnet and it's just me. Everybody that I have ever known that have been ever in a relationship or intimate with, when I come home, this wig comes off and hello, bonnet. So, I get that. But if they want to sit down on national live stream and you is famous and all this other stuff, and these people have never seen me, I never knew what this man's wife looked like, or did they heck, here and there, the kids, it's just like, it was such a secret. He just kept that so private, and I know a lot of people do, like Jay-Z and Beyonce. But to see her like that for the first time, that's our first impression of you as a bonnet. I don't know, I just bumped the cheek and I was like, what? This is his wife? So, I was just like, bumped the cheek, and why does she look like that? And I don't know. I'm a Libra, so we get jazzy. We gonna get fresh. Libras are all about style and stuff. So if it's time to dress up, we gonna step. And I just did not expect that. But anyways, I have some different viewpoints and opinions on it, and I want to know what you guys think. So, I had asked all my friends about it, and I got different opinions. And my sister was like, his whole story is a joke. I really feel sorry for her because she's dick whipped. And then putting God name in it. And God like, I ain't got shit to do with y'all mess. And I agree with that. When we do something bad, we want to say, oh, the devil. And when something good happens, oh, God. Sometimes it's sad. You worked your ass off. You got your credit score together. You saved your money. You went and got that car. Or, you was married. Got caught cheating and lost your whole wife. And now you're going through divorce, about to lose the house, the car, the dog, everything. Don't come blaming the devil. So I think sometimes we use that as a scapegoat. I don't know. I think we have free will, and good or bad things happen because of that will. And yes, I'm pretty sure God can bless you more if you're on the right path. and maybe more chaos come to you if you're on a chaos path, but I think it still starts and ends with you. Okay, so that was my sister. Okay, and then I have some posts, because this has just been everywhere. So this one girl was saying, it's astonishing how ignorant people can be. Just because this woman didn't want to put makeup on, etc., she didn't look up to society's standards of what beauty is. Now she's the reason he cheated on her, not to mention he knew how she looked without makeup, etc. Also, didn't Jay-Z cheat on Beyonce, a beautiful, talented, sexy, successful woman? So that tells me it's a character thing. A narcissist don't care how you look. They're going after women or men they can manipulate, use, and control. Now, y'all, when this story first started, it was one girl. We up to 3 mistresses now, y'all. Derrick has been... And I saw another meme that said he was a Cancer. Now, my sister in her day had a lot of friends. And my other Cancer friend, she got a lot of friends. So, and I know another Cancer that got a... You know what? Y'all watch out for the motherfucking Cancers. No, I'm just playing. I think when they do settle down, they are fine. But if they are in that free spirit mode, they free spirit. So I don't know what Derrick had going on. And the latest thing I saw, one of them was pregnant. Like, what the hell? Not only are you cheating on me, sir, but you did not wrap up. And she just didn't want to have a baby. But if she did, and I would have been a stepmama, and that has happened to me twice. Now, that's the bullshit. Okay, so let's see. She continues to say it's preposterous how so many women and some ignorant guys are trying to justify him cheating on her all those years. And I didn't even know it was that. One time, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, it's like, bitch, what you gonna do? That's my quote. So I didn't know the years part. Like, dang, Derrick. They all saying she's not all that attractive, etc. She's not ugly. Why would she get all dolled up when she's in pain? That narcissistic dude probably made her do that because he knows how some of you ignorant ass people think. Last time I checked, it doesn't matter how beautiful, gorgeous, sexy, how good you give head, how much your vagina grips his dick, etc. If he's not right within himself, he will cheat on you. Point blank, period. I know y'all secretly love that man and you want to justify his actions, but most of you believe that because you cheat and you use that same excuse 100%, didn't Beyonce get cheated on? It has nothing to do with looks. It's a character flaw that's within him. That's what narcissists do. Shaking my damn head. But y'all don't care at all. Not holding him accountable or responsible is dumb as hell. Soon a large amount of fuckboys will be saying, babe, you didn't have makeup, so I cheated. This is ridiculous. Babe, you didn't have the right outfit, so I cheated. And lastly, babe, you know the devil is busy and he made me cheat. Think it's a damn game, but you didn't hear from me. Yes, we all want someone to look nice, but those two women have on tons of makeup, etc. They will look completely different without it. Don't get mad at me for being honest. This not Derrick Jaxon page. If you want to deal with a narcissist and continue being manipulated and told what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear, keep following your boy Derrick, and sadly you will. If you agree, drop a 100. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Somebody else said, family, I gotta ask. What you say, fact or fiction? Say what you want about this queen, but she's a good woman for standing by her husband. Let's normalize working out our issues and keeping our families together, period. I don't know about that, but if he the only one working and paying all the bills, she probably it's a lot of women that stay. They stay for the kids, they stay for the money, they stay for the comfortability. I had a conversation with my cousin, and she would say the wives, sometimes they will know what the fuck is going on. And, as long as you know your place, all is well with the world. So we don't know what they really got going on. Maybe they were supposed to stay quiet and it got out because years, and he be on social media every day, and everybody just now decided to step out. Like, why didn't step out before? Sometimes it made me wonder, like, what's the motive? Y'all been cheating for years on this man, on this girl husband, and now all of a sudden y'all want to say something, but y'all wasn't saying that when he was in them damn guts. something happened. Either he was paying and stopped or something. Oh, I know what it was. He was getting ready to release that book. So he probably wanted him to be quiet till he released that book. And that's another thing that threw me off. In the comments, he like, get my book. This is how we work through it. Now, I'm all about turning tragedy into triumph, but damn. It's like, did you intentionally do that so that you can have a book? I don't know. It was just, I don't know. It's a little shady. Somebody else said, so TD Jakes did put a gag order on Derrick Jaxon, new mistress. This shit getting worse and worse. What the fuck? And what? TD Jakes? I'm going to just skip right over that one because I know a lot of these pastors is in it for the money anyway. So it don't always be about God and forgiveness and saving your marriage and this, that, the other. Let me make sure that was it for my comments. Because as I was seeing them, I was saving them. I think that is it. Let me just make sure. Yep, that was it. So, let me make sure. So, that was my pictures. Oh, I had something else. I had it saved on my phone in my files. iPhone files, Derrick Jaxon. Here we go. So this was another one that I read. The girl, she was like, my take on Derrick Jaxon. I dated a guy who absolutely hated Derrick Jaxon. And I could never understand why. Because, the man who I was dating at the time was a really great boyfriend. So I was confused as to why he hated Derrick Jaxon's message so much. And he was exactly the kind of man that Derrick was saying women should choose. But my boyfriend at the time told me that Derrick was just a snake in the grass and he was taking advantage of women. I was still a little confused as to why he thought that, but it always made me side-eye Derrick a little bit since my boyfriend at the time felt this way. And now I see what he was able to see. Derrick is not just a good man who fucked up. This is not a case of he was met with a lot of temptation and had a human moment of weakness. In fact, he's not even the average cheater. He's not even on the same level as Future's disciples. This man is a different and much more dangerous breed. Derrick Jaxon is a dangerous narcissist. He built his whole empire specifically targeting vulnerable women. Women who are hurt, women who are lonely, women who have had a lot of trauma. He targeted the wounded among us and used their desire for love to get what he wanted, clout and sex. Like a snake, like a shark to blood, like a fucking predator. That's how he fed himself. But this isn't what makes him dangerous. What makes him dangerous is watching the narcissistic grip he has on his poor wife. Now, I agree. His wife who has been silently, quietly hidden in the shadows. Do you realize she said that she's already known about the infidelities? This woman could have exposed him, but she sat quietly and silently while he still pandered his content to women. He still continued to keep her hidden. Hello. But now, because the world has found out, he wants to bring her out, plaster her face across his content, use her to promote his book, etc. Hello. Where was his energy when he first found out? Why weren't you holding her hand and standing next to her when she was going through it in silence? It is painfully obvious to see that he is controlling and uses that woman's quieter, submissive, and passive nature against her. I see why some women are coming to his defense. No, ma'am. Derrick is canceled. The future disciples won this round. They were right about him. Argue with yourself. Now, I agree with her on a few things. Number one, why are you promoting your book so hard? Number two, why we have never seen your wife? You should be happy to say, stay away from them fuckboys, this, that, the other. See, I have this beautiful queen. See, look at my family. Like, you hid her for years. Why? So that you could be meeting these women and sneaking with them. Because some women, as I was reading the comments, they didn't even know this man was married. Now, I had heard it like, oh, he's married. And I was like, okay, well, why he don't show his wife? And I just left it. Like, I heard that. But you never show her. Like, most successful men in the world show their women around like prized possession. And they know, Like my mom says, the man may be the leader of the house, but she's the neck. Like the man's the head, the woman's the neck. So in other words, I'm running. The women really be running shit. And a lot of successful men will tell you that. Like their success is thanks to their woman. Like, you know, their life could have been going great without her, but it was 10 times better with her. You know what I mean? Like, hello, God made us in pairs. So for him to like hide her, I don't know. I didn't really understand that part of it. And then it's like, it's one thing to make a mistake and then, you know, explain how this is how you overcame and this, that, the other. But it's another to make a mistake, hide it, and continue to put on that front like you're a great guy. I don't care if he was waiting for the book to come out, this, that, the other. But it would have been great for him to say, you know, I messed up as this stuff was unfolding. But to still be putting out videos knowing that you are the same people that you speak of is crazy. And then he did another video where he looked at the video and analyzed the video. And it was just so crazy. It was just the craziest. Oh my God, it was just the craziest thing to me. Like, what the hell? But at the end of the day, this is this man's life. None of our... I'm going to let y'all listen to some video clips because I love what Breakfast Club had to say because he got Donkey of the Day, and I loved what Goddess had to say. So I'm going to let y'all listen to, was that all I had? Let me see. Let me make sure. So we got Six the Goddess. Oh, and my best friend Mary had something to say on it too, so I'm going to play her clip. Some of my friends said they didn't want to speak on it because, you know, they, you know, had marriages that have failed, or they know that they're human and they make mistakes. And I almost didn't want to do this because I wasn't bashing him. I think we all have an opinion on the subject matter, and it's okay to speak on it. It doesn't mean that you are, you know, downing someone. And the most eloquent speakers know how to conversate to where they aren't downing anyone. And when I'm mad, I will go the fuck off. But in my normal day life, as I'm talking, I'm trying to, you know, in my head, I'm like, what's the best way to say this? Because, you know, I cater to the person. Like if I talk to my sister, she don't like bitch. So I might be excited. I'm like, girl, let me tell you. I switch that in my head for her. But if I'm talking to my friend Tay, bitch, let me tell you what the fuck went on. Because she's okay with that. Like, based on your personality and based on our relationship, that's how my conversations go. So I can talk to 10 people and tell them the same story, and they're all going to hear it catered to them. It's going to be the same truth, but it's going to be worded differently because that's, I don't know, maybe it's just a Libra in me, but I cater. And just growing up, you know, I had my personality around my parents because I couldn't cuss. I had my personality around my friends because I could say whatever the fuck I want to say around them. You know, I had my, you know, good girl for church and my wild side. Like, I don't know, just maybe how I was raised, I have all these sides anyway. So it's easy for me to kind of, you know, snap in and snap out. But Six the Goddess, her YouTube video was amazing. I want y'all to hear my best friend Mary, and Breakfast Club was good too. But all in all, I'm not judging him. Like, we all have made mistakes. You know, I'm writing a book about, you know, my relationships and things that I've learned for them, and some people might not want to expose that or do that, but I feel like that's my past. You know, I, you know, was at different levels of growth and development and understanding and growth and stuff, and I'm okay to own, you know, those mistakes and learn from them, and I'm okay with it, because if I see those flags now, I don't want to go down those roads anymore, because if it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, that motherfucker is a duck, and I don't want to take the chance of doing that again. Like, and you have to like grow and elevate, you know, personally and learn from your past. But I'm gonna put these I'm gonna let y'all listen to the other opinions. And then I'm going to wrap him up, and we're going to get on a Lil Nas, because I got something to say about that too. And I'm sorry, I got this bag full of annihilators. I don't eat candy like that, but I've been eating these things all day, so yeah. Oh, I know what, it's that time. Got a sweet craving. Okay, it's 11:11, make a wish. I'm going to play the other videos now.
Okay, so this is not going to be too long. I'm just going to talk my shit and I'm going to be off. Okay, so Derrick Jaxon. So now I've only watched the video that him and his wife did, like the live. I didn't watch anything else. I just wanted to see what they had to say. I wanted to come up with my own on what I saw and what I felt I saw and everything. So I remember that when I started looking at Derrick Jaxon, that I kind of feel like I wasn't like die hard. Like I don't even know if I followed him on social media, but I think that when I did come across his videos or one of his messages, I was supposed to hear that at that time. So I kind of probably watched at least probably like 10 videos, and kind of that was it. And it was just something that was just about him that I'm not overly obsessive about like things like that. Of course I saw that he had a body and everything, but that ain't what attracted me. That's not what drew me to him. I actually thought that what he was saying was I don't know, it kind of sounded like a story, but I still got the message out of it. And I feel like this is what's going on right now. Okay, first off, these two have been together for a very long time, okay? From, high school to teenage till they pretty much watched each other grow up. So they're pretty much like family. And I'm not even sure when they claim that he cheated or whatever. I've got some notes right here. So I guess I'll just go off of the notes. So let's see. I said they have been together for a long time. And I just feel like they're just tearing this man down and his wife. First off, let's go to what I've heard someone else say about, this whole thing. They're not talking about they're not talking about, them being together for a long time and them wanting to come on freaking TV and tell their business, because I wouldn't have told y'all ass shit. Y'all too fucking judgmental. You don't listen. You take out the drama from the message that you're supposed to hear. The point is that you get the goddamn message. Like, that's the point. That is the point. And what he said was the truth. Somebody had to see that he wasn't perfect. Just because somebody gives relationship advice does not mean that they are perfect or holy or art thou, however you damn say it. That doesn't mean that. And people put him on a pedestal, and they expected for him to stay on that pedestal and stay exactly how he is. Like, no, that's not fucking right. I don't like how people was talking about his wife. They expect for his wife to be a Beyonce grand. No, that's not. You can't tell people what they're going to go after or what they love or what they supposed to look like, how they supposed to have their hair. Like, fuck you haters. Who cares about if she has something on her head? Who cares if her face, she starts fucking stressed and she's a mother? We don't have time to dress up every day for y'all to make it seem like it's a good life. But like, no, nobody's doing that. I don't like that part. I didn't like that part. Now it's turned into something different. It's not about the cheating no more. It's about you're saying how they look, how they supposed to go at their healing process, what they can and cannot say. He has to be in the closet. Like I said, I wouldn't have told y'all shit. I wouldn't have said nothing. And then with the women all of a sudden coming out, how we know this ain't no setup? Like, how many times we have seen this happen? Because it's pretty ironic that black men, women, they side bitches always got something to say. But seem like these white men got their hoes on the check. I mean, like, for real. Like, that's what it seemed like. It's a lot of old white men right here fucking touching kids, and I don't hear nobody putting them on blast on blog sites. I don't hear nobody doing that. I don't care. I don't like seeing a black couple being torn down. We don't know that this can be a testimony for other couples who are going through something but can't put their business out, or who won't put their business out there just simply because of this. And now I seen that, I guess the side chick is like, who gives a damn? First of all, side chick, you should have been more upstanding on what men that you choose. If he say he want married, you should have done some more investigation. Don't just hop in his bed because he got a nice body and he hearing what you think he want to hear, because those are his mental issues. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I wouldn't have told y'all shit. We always think that people in the spotlight are perfect. They're not perfect. They're just people. I mean, yeah, some of them ain't people, but they're people. They're going to fucking make mistakes. They're going to mess up. And I feel like people cheat for many, many different reasons. We're not in a marriage. We're not in a relationship. We don't know why what happened. And like she said, y'all don't know her. We don't know her. We don't know what she did behind the scenes. We don't know. We don't know. We do not know. I don't care how much investigation you think you're doing and research and journalism online to find out some mess on these people. You don't know them. That's their fucking business. That's their business. I don't give a damn. I'm not going to tear down a black couple just because a man does what normal men do on a daily basis. And half of these people that's talking is not married and they not in a relationship. So who can you give advice to? Their marriage ain't nobody else's business. Like, they can come on here and give their testimony and say what they've been through and kind of offer advice to somebody else. But the parts of people tearing them down and saying, oh, woe is me, he cheated. Like, I was like that at first. I'm going to tell you what I was going to say at first before I watched their video. Because I just went off the fact, too, that, matter of fact, I wrote like 3 pages. And then I had to go back and really, like, see with my spirit. Like, see something else other than entertainment. We always want to be damn entertained. Now, what I was going to put was false narrative, being dishonest, going to help black men instead of telling black men about relationships. He should have been talking to black men about mental health. But how can he when his mental health is all screwed the fuck up? Okay, so I feel like telling his stories to us that he was really talking about himself and sharing what he was doing behind the scenes. But of course, he couldn't come out and really say that. People go through, they heal in different ways. We was his diary. He told us everything in his diary. And we sat there and we believed that he wasn't doing that. Why is it? That's not his fucking fault. We didn't have better discernment. We need to uphold women to a better standard too. Have better standards. Don't just glob and over a man because he has a nice body and he's saying what he think you want to hear. That's literally what he was doing. And then another thing I seen after they made the live video was that he made another video sitting in his car. He made another video where he talked about himself and his wife, but he talked about it in the third person. They didn't know how to catch that. He talked about it in the third person. This guy may have a lot of mental issues that he don't talk about. Maybe he talk about it in his books. I don't have any of his books. Who cares if he never posted his wife? I don't want y'all to know who my wife is so you can have so much to say as you're doing right now. I wouldn't have posted her either. I hope he don't post his kids because y'all have something to say about that. Like, it is just, I'm definitely not. Yeah, that's what I was going to say before I looked at it again. Like, of course, I thought that it was pride and insecurities. Of course, we all have pride and insecurities. His is just highlighted because it's on TV. Okay, we need to worry about our own insecurities and our own pride. I would not be tearing anybody down, especially a black man and a black woman in their marriage. Like I said, I would have kept my damn business to myself. And them women, whoever did it and slept in the bed with him, should have kept their damn business to themselves too. Because this don't make you look all grand. I don't care if blogs aren't reaching out to you. They have a job to do. Who gives a damn? I'm not entertaining that. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. If we don't want to see a black man being shot up in the goddamn street, why do we want to see him crucified on fucking TV? Come on, like, seriously. We need to stop feeding this narrative. We need to stop it. I was almost close to saying these things and I had to go back. Spirit said, oh no, you're not going to do that. You're going to go back and you're going to look at the video. Who cares what anybody else has to say? I didn't hear what nobody else has to say. No one cares. Another thing I saw. Another thing that I saw that Spirit showed me. Look at the time when they did this live video. Okay? I don't know if they did a video before that, but this is the video that I seen. You go and watch, look at the date. The date is March 22nd, 2021. I bet you didn't catch that. March is number 3, creativity. 22 is partnerships and marriage. Find a creative way to fix your marriage. Find a creative way to talk about and speak on your marriage. Yeah. On the new year. March. Yeah, the new year just started in March. We have no idea the way spirit is going to move us and the way spirit is going to teach us our lessons. We should not, that should not be the focus on what the fuck his wife has on her head. Come on, it's time to grow up mentally, emotionally. It's time to grow up out of this. I would not be tearing a black couple down. I'm glad that I did not say what I was going to say in the beginning, because I would have looked worse than the other people just saying something about this. I didn't hear what nobody else had to say. I watched the video for myself, and that's what I got from the video. We all have mental issues. We all have insecurities. We all have something that's wrong with us. But I bet some of that shit y'all not gonna put on TV. So don't bash nobody else who's gonna put their shit on TV. And y'all have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Well, okay, let me blow my nose. Okay. Listen, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, March 24th goes to self-love ambassador, entrepreneur, social media relationship expert, Arthur. He's wrote books like Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other. He wrote another book called Single Mothers Are for Grown Men Only. And he even wrote a book called A Cheating Man's Heart, a fiction novel. I put fiction novel in air quotes because based on all these new developments, it's safe to say Derrick Jaxon's book, A Cheating Man's Heart, was probably based on a true story. Now, Derrick has built a following basically calling men out on their behavior, okay, holding men accountable. I'm not mad at that. He's done it to me. He's done it to Little Duval. He's done it to Gilly the King. He's done it to Isaac Hayes III. This is his thing, okay, holding men accountable. And I'm fine with that. I had him on my podcast, Brilliant Idiots, a few years ago. And on that podcast, we promised to hold each other accountable. Well, Derrick Jaxon, it's your turn to be held accountable. Okay, let's just get right to it. Derrick Jaxon is full of okay?
The what?
I can't curse, and you know that. So you say, oh, what? He's full of that. Okay? He's a liar, a textbook narcissist and manipulator who gets what he wants at the expense of other people's well-being. This is a guy who will get online and say this about men who have cheated.
I have no sympathy for a man who finds it to be difficult to be faithful after being in a promiscuous lifestyle, and neither should you. Nobody told you to be promiscuous before the relationship, and nobody made you be monogamous with just her. You don't want her? Let another man have her. Simple. But the truth is, you've probably been cheating months before you actually put your dick in her. And more times, I would say 9 times out of 10, when the dude gets caught cheating, that wasn't his very, very first time cheating. That wasn't his only time cheating. That was his only time getting caught.
I agree with you, Derrick. Okay? And guess what? Derrick Jaxon himself is a cheater. Oh, he just got exposed by a woman named Candace. I can't pronounce her last name, but Derrick Jaxon, who is a married man, bought this woman to Atlanta to stay in his house he shares with his wife and kids. The woman Candace, who Derrick was cheating with, actually took pictures of her laying in the bed he shared with his wife in their Atlanta home. Derrick Jaxon, who spells his last name Jaxn. Why? I don't know. That bothers me. Jackson may be a slave name, but when it comes to black people, it's one of the greatest last names you can ever have. Why would you hack that? I mean, when you're talking Jacksons, you're talking Samuel L., Janet, Jesse, Bo, Randy, Mahalia, and of course, Michael. But actually, I'm glad you don't spell your last name Jackson because you don't deserve to be in that Jackson power ranking, okay? If you were, you would be at the bottom right under Andrew. You know Andrew Jackson, 7th president of the United States, slave master, ethnic cleanser, tyrant. If you actually spelled your last name Jackson correctly, you would be at the bottom of the list near him because of the level of evil that you display. Yes, my brother. See, what we're going to do here today is stop the shenanigans. Okay, see, my father always told me that when you lie, you're not lying to nobody but yourself. And I have watched you, since this story broke, just lie and attempt to continue to manipulate the public. I mean, that's what you do. You manipulate people. You get online and have these bad faith arguments, which is also textbook narcissism, meaning you don't care about or even try to understand the people that you speak about. You said it yourself. I don't have no sympathy for a man who cheats. Not only do you not care or attempt to understand the people you're talking about, to have any sympathy or empathy, all right? You are dedicated to deliberately misunderstanding and mischaracterizing others to make yourself look good. You like to paint other men as being dishonest and deceptive and morally corrupt. Why? Because you're a narcissist, and that's what narcissists do, project their BS onto other people. The reason you love to paint men as dishonest, deceptive, and morally corrupt is because that's what you are. See, Derrick, I waited to give you donkey because I wanted to see how you would react to all of this, and you reacted by doing what you've been doing all this time, and that's lying. See, I saw the first video you posted when you first addressed the allegations. You said that you and your wife were separated during that time and that you and Candace have had a sexual relationship without actually having sex. Listen.
I'm in screw it mode, F it mode. I'm hitting up old chicks. I really don't care at this point. One of those people was a girl named Candace. Now, here's the thing. So me and Candace have had a sexual relationship without actually having sex.
Fallacies, nonsense, word salad, lies, denying, changing definitions. This is textbook narcissism, people. Lying about what happened, denial, delusion, trying to confuse us to make us doubt the reality of the situation. See, narcissists are often ill-equipped to have mature discussions or resolve conflicts, but in their mind, they are experts at it. Okay, he don't even really understand what he's saying, but in his mind, he's being rational, reasonable, and correct. But the reality is, this nigga just lying. That's why.
Hey guys. So I thought I would pop on here real fast. I don't have much time, but y'all keep saying this to me, and I want to just come on here real quick and just give my little take on this because I think it's funny. So I'm sure by now y'all have heard about, there's this whole thing going on talking about Derrick Jaxon got caught cheating on his wife. And it's actually funny to me. It's funny to me because everything about it is very typical. Okay, so first of all, I want to say that, of course, all this is alleged. Okay, this is alleged. This ain't our business. This ain't our business. This ain't our beef. We ain't on no side. But again, this is allegedly, okay? So, the number one thing I keep trying to tell y'all is y'all have got to understand what sex means to men. I think that we as women, we do not respect what sex means to men. I don't think that we understand that sex to men is like air. Okay, sex is a must. It is not a maybe. It is a must for men. Thank you, Cameron Williams, for a super chat of $20. Appreciate you. Okay, so when you and your man start going through it, y'all be so dumb, and the first thing y'all want to do is kick him out. Or you want to go stay with your mama, or you want to go stay at your homegirl house. Sweetie, I want every woman in America and the entire world to know, if you go and separate and be on a break from your man, trust and believe, okay? You might be on the break, okay? You might be on the break. You know, because for women, when we have a lot on our mind, 9 times out of 10, we're not sexually turned on, okay? If there's a lot on our mind and it's a lot going on, most of the time, that ain't on our mind. But that's not the case for dudes, okay? For dudes, it's on their mind no matter what, 9 times out of 10. So when you kick him out in your mind, he about to go sit on his hands and look out the window while it's raining, thinking about you and how he messed up and how he needs to do better. Like, nah, baby. You know where he at when you kick him out? He is right at that bitch house that he told you not to worry about. That's where he's at. Okay? Men are going to get sex. Period. Okay? Just like women are going to get attention and admiration. Period. Okay? One of the easiest women to finesse into their draws is married women whose husbands don't pay them no attention. Certain things are not a stereotype for a reason. Okay, the stereotype of the deprived housewife whose husband doesn't give her attention, and then the pool boy starts telling her about how good she looks today and this, that, and third, and she sleep with him. That is not a stereotype for no reason. Men have to have sex. Women have to have attention and adoration, period. Okay, Do not let these chicks lie to you. Talking about, I don't need validation. They're lying, okay? And they're lying and they're sucking dick still. So do not listen to the women talking about, I don't need a man validation. Girl, please stop, okay? Because they still getting some D, and yes, they still care. So one thing about it, when it comes to women and men, when it comes to them things they need, they're going to go get it. That's why for the man, I tell the man, listen, when your woman get a new hairdo, new outfit, you got to say something, okay? Because if you don't say anything, guess who's going to say something? Her work husband. She get her hair done. You don't say nothing. Now she go to work. Now the work husband at work talking about, oh, I like your new hairdo. I like that outfit, okay? So whether you want to or not, when your woman get a new hairdo, outfit, whatever, you got to give her that attention. Do not give her that attention. Do not let your woman come in with a new hairdo and you don't say, oh, baby, looking like Beyonce over there. Okay, sweetie, you better say something. Because if you don't, the niggas at the gas station will. Okay? So it go the same with men getting sex. Sweet tea. Okay? I don't recommend for any woman to get so comfortable or to get so ahead of herself that you really think that men are going out here with no sex. Sweetie, if you're not giving him sex, very few men are about to sit there and be like, oh, well, guess I'm not getting laid. No, honey, they about to go jig and finesse for something else, okay? Now, y'all know my stance on cheating. I think that women focus too much on cheating. I think that women do not understand what sex means to a man. I think that for most women, once he gives you the honor of that position and title, I think most women should just be happy, let it flow, be happy that she's receiving the position and benefits that she's receiving, and keep it moving. I've been said, side chicks make the world go round. Okay, the side chick is your teammate. All right? Half of the time, the side chick, she gonna do all the dirty work while you receive all the benefits. I think that too many women be happy in relationships and will go out their way to cheat. Now, let me make it very clear. Do I think that cheating is correct? No. I do not think cheating is right. I have never cheated in my relationships. I do not condone cheating. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. However, y'all got to understand, this has been happening since the beginning of time. And all men of all races stand together for one cause. And that one is when it come down to when he got a little ass on the side. Okay? Y'all remember back in the day when MLK and JFK, how when J. Edgar Hoover was stalking them, you know, documenting all their affairs. And it was other reporters that he leaked the information to the reporters, and the reporters would come forward with the stories about how they had mistresses, and nobody would pick it up because at that time the media was all men of all races, black, white, purple. They cannot stand each other. But when it comes to outing another man about getting a little piece of side booty, they stand united. Boy, if y'all could stand united for race issues like y'all do for infidelity issues, we'd be in a much better place. Because, boy, y'all will suddenly turn into what we see no color brotherhood when it comes to concealing the cheating. Why would the media not post the stories about the cheating? Because they were cheating. Okay? So this is the way I operate. If this been happening, I'm not going to sit and be in 2021 and think that my vagina is made of gold and think that we're going to be exempt from men cheating present day. Okay? It's been happening. It's going to keep happening. Me personally, to my knowledge, I've never been cheated on. Only one time. And the one time to my knowledge that I was cheated on, I accidentally found out he was cheating. And had I not accidentally found that out, I wouldn't have known, and the world would have kept on spinning. I think that women, you have to understand that when you get married, you're getting married for the protection, for the name. You're getting married to under the law that this man now has an obligation to protect you. Okay? You are getting married to say, okay, when this man dies, whatever wealth he's accumulated goes to me and my children. You get married so that this man cannot make you have children. And then in 2021, women with children are just the most non-desirable women that should just be thrown away. So a woman gets married so that if that's the narrative, if the narrative is women that have children outside of marriage are trash, then the woman has to get married to have children. And no, you should not be the one to decide you're going to change this narrative. You're not. This is the way it goes, and it goes this way for a reason. The woman gets married because the man can divorce and make more money and get another woman. 9 times out of 10, when the woman divorces, she cannot get another man, nor will she make more money. Okay? So this is why the man has to be a man. This is why men that are scared of marriage, they're scared of being men. A man that's scared of marriage is a man that says, I want to be able to run out on my obligation if I feel like it. Real men don't mind getting married because he's going to say, number one, he know he's not going to marry no woman who's going to do something crazy. Because some of y'all men swear that women are so horrible, but it's just y'all don't know how to attract women that know how to act. Okay? But the average real man, he get with a real woman and he know he is about to plant his seeds into this woman. He going to marry her. Because he's going to know once she does that, she cannot undo having my children. So I cannot undo the commitment. So he doesn't mind getting married so that if the time does come where he says, you know what, I want to trade her in for a new model, he still has to pay out. Why? Because again, he can make more money. He can get a younger, more beautiful woman and start a new family. She cannot. And when a woman lay down and risk her life to bring your children into the world, that is actually the least she can do. I wish that as women, the most we had to risk to lose in dating and marriage was money. Ladies, I would trade this any day for the only risk that we have to take in dating and marriage is losing a few dollars. Oh, I wish. No, we have to risk our lives, reputation, and well-being. Because once you sit and ski inside of her and give her a baby, she is thrown away by society. Meanwhile, the man is not. So you're damn right women should be demanding marriage and should definitely not be having any of y'all babies without marriage.
So yeah, that was just different opinions about Derrick Jaxon. I wish them the best. If they want to work through it, that's between them. Who are we to judge? But I think it's okay to have an opinion about anything in life. Sometimes you grow from other people's mistakes or by looking at people as examples. You don't have to go through everything in your own personal life as a lesson or to grow. So maybe, they can encourage other couples that have had infidelity to stick through it. Or maybe they can encourage other, people to leave. If he cheated once or twice, he's probably continuing to cheat. So there's a message in it, no matter what side of the coin that you flip. It's not to bash or, hurt anyone, but we all have an opinion. And at the end of the day, though, between those two, if they want to continue their marriage, I'm pretty sure we all will wish them the best, and that's fine. We're still going to sleep good at night on our pillow, but that doesn't mean that we cannot use our own mind, our own experience, our own thoughts, and, voice how we personally feel about a particular situation. And just hearing different perspectives can open up your mind too. You might hear a perspective that you never heard of before. Like one lady, for example, she said, don't touch marriages at all. She's like, unless you have been in a marriage, you don't speak on that. And I was like, that's interesting. Like you never, a lot of people do say you never really know what you're doing unless you're in that situation. So it's just interesting to hear all the different opinions. However, let's switch over to Lil Nas. Okay, so he has this whole video out with the devil, this, that, the other. He's on a stripper pole. He's dressed up like as a woman. Clearly he's, decided what team he wants to rock with. I say whatever. Being an artist, you could be as creative as you want. He could have been on there, humping a pig for all we know. They can do whatever they want as artists. They can be creative. He still got a check. We still gonna sleep good at night. It is what it is. It can stir up controversy. It has his name, out there. If you didn't know who he was, you definitely know who he is now. Sometimes in celebrity world, they do things like that just to draw a buzz. I heard, y'all, all publicity is good publicity. Now, in our individual lives, we might not want no heat, no bad stuff. But in the star world, as long as your name is floating around, it don't matter. Because that's why they have publicists and different people to clean stuff up. They have whole cleaning crews to clean up their image and publicists and different things like that. and cease and desist and, defamation of character. And so they're fine. My whole take on it is, when I was in high school, I remember maybe about 3 guys that wanted to be women and wear lip gloss and heels and different. One of them was really out there, but the other 2 were still masculine. They just hung with the girls and talked like the girls. And of course the guys were really hard on them. But in today's society, those types of people are being bashed by their parents, their family, school. It's like they have no one to run to and they're committing suicide. When that whole light was shed on that community, and how the LGBTQ, community, and how they just want to be loved and respected for their choice, I just felt so bad that they wanted to end their life. Like, why do we care what someone is doing in their intimate bedroom? Why doesn't one man care that another man is wearing a wig? That should not be your concern. Now, my concern is, I follow a lot of trans, and these are the ones that get the surgery, all of that good stuff. If you stand a woman and a trans next to each other, you probably gonna look at the trans. And I have to be careful because I have an intimate page and I post some of the trans, and I'll try to put he look good, because at the end of the day, I have men on there and I want them to know this is another man that you're looking at. I don't want to steer someone wrong. So my only thing with that whole community is, I hope that they are discussing with these men, hey, I was born a guy. I don't feel comfortable in that life. I got, different types of surgeries. I really, like you. But before we take this any further, I just want you to know who I am so that you can make that decision of what you want to do. A lot of men, they're on the down low for a reason. They don't want everyone to know that that's what they're interested in. And that's sad. I wish everyone could walk in their truth. Women can say, hey, I want to be with a woman and a man, or I've had a phase. I don't understand why men are shunned for saying they have a phase. You have your freaking phase, figure out what you want to do and move on with life, so you don't have a whole wife and kids and seeing Tom on the weekend. I just don't think that's okay. But if you had allowed yourself the opportunity to explore all your sexual avenues, then you could decide what you want to do and live that out freely. That's the only thing that I have to say about that community and that particular situation. But other than that, so what is a devil video? So what he got a wig? So what he's on a pole? So what? The only thing else I have to say about it is these babies. I have 12 nieces and nephews now. And as they're young, a boy is a boy and a girl is a girl, and you play with Barbies as a girl and you play with trucks as a boy. I had my godson over here the other day, and I'm in the bathroom putting on my makeup. He is only 1, y'all. What is he doing? He's mimicking everything I'm doing. I'm brushing my cheeks. He's trying to brush his cheeks. I snatched the whole makeup kit so fast. Like, no, this is for girls. Like, they honestly don't know. They're sponges. They're just mimicking what you're doing. So I feel sorry for some guys who are raised in all these in a all female household, and that's all they see, that's all the energy they're around, and they just grow that way. So I do think it's important for men to be in his son's life. He needs to see what men do and be around you, because men do what they see. Or maybe kids in general, you mimic what you see. So yeah, it's okay for me seeing my mom put on makeup and this, that, the other. Yeah, because I'm going to mimic that. But as a boy, do I want my young son, my man, doing that? No, you grow up to be a man. Now, if you can be 18 to smoke cigarettes and 21 to drink, I think they should put an age limit on that as well. But I know there's not an age limit on having sex, because, when I was in middle school, somebody had a partner with a baby. So, of course, you could be whatever age to start exploring your sexuality. That's just going to happen. But as far as hi, mom, I want to be this, or I'm going to be that, and you're going to respect this, I'm not going to give my 5-year-old wig and heels. That's just me personally. Now, I will say, sometimes when they're young, you see it. I worked at a daycare, and when I tell you this boy was gay, talk gay, walk gay, everything, but was he in an all-female household? Yes. So he couldn't help but pick up on all of that energy, all of that language, all of that tone, all of that everything, because that's what he saw. I just felt like he just did not have a good advantage. So in that case, I don't think I was born this way. This is what I saw, and I feel sorry for that particular generation. But if you're, let's say, 16, 17, 18, I like women. I'm a girl and I like women, or mama or boy and I like boy. Okay, I can respect that. You're in your teenage years. You're about to be a young adult. Go out and explore. I would have a honest conversation with my child about surgery. I'd tell them to wait a little later in life to have surgery, because that's a major change, and if you change your mind, it's just a lot to go through. But as far as dating and wigs and different stuff like that, that's fine. And I would tell them too. Now, especially if you were born a boy, you're putting on this makeup and these wigs. You be honest with these men. I don't want you murdered on first 48. I don't want you getting beat up. I don't want you, tricking them, because men are very particular about their masculinity and their pride. And if that just gets out that you were with a man, I don't know. They were just so mean to those guys in high school. It started at a young age. I'm not a guy, so I don't really know. But I don't have a problem with them. They're nice and cool, if you ask me, even the girls. But, so yeah, that's my opinion on that. Like, just let people be who they are. Like, sometimes we are just overly opinionated about nothing. Are we getting paid for these opinions? Okay, so let's focus on our life. Let's mind the business that pays us. Okay, it's okay to have an opinion, but if it's disturbing your soul, like why is it getting all your energy and emotions like that? Like, chill. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay, so he on a pole, he got hair. Okay, my friend and her son was over here, and I wanted to see the video, and he was like, he didn't want to see it. He left and went out the room. So kids know, just because I see a video don't mean I need to go grab a wig and get on a pole. They know. He likes girls at a young age. He already know. I took him and his girl to Dave & Buster's. So yeah, that's my take on Lil Nas. Kids are gonna listen to what they want to listen to anyway. My parents grew up in a Christian household. They didn't want me to hear certain things. My cousin burnt me so many CDs, it's ridiculous. They're gonna listen to what they want to listen to. Now they have these cell phones now too. You don't want them to see porn. I'm sure they saw it. You just can't hide. This is the age of information technology anyway. You can't hide anything, so it is what it is. The best thing you can do is have a conversation with them about life, and just give them those skills that they need about honesty and integrity, and being true to themselves, and to love themselves, and to know that you support them, because it's a mean, cruel world out there. And as long as they have that solid foundation, they're going to be okay. But now, it'll be a crying shame if we hear later in the news that boy committed suicide because of all the mean comments and stuff about people telling him how to live his motherfucking life. Now, that'll be so sad, wouldn't it? And that's my regret. Just let people live. We all have free will. It's people running around here overweight. Ain't nobody forcing them to go to the gym. It's people running around here on diabetes, going to the doctor, got a million pills on the dresser. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody forcing them to change the way that they eat. So it's like, you don't want somebody to make those changes in your life, but you're so opinionated about making changes in other people's life. It just doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. So that was all. This one was pretty long, but this wraps up Mr. Derrick Jaxon and Lil Nas. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I hope to catch you next time. We're going to wrap up our chakras and get into some other things that I've been learning that I'm super excited to share with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. If no one's told you today, I love you. Bye. Talk to you later. Thanks a billion for listening. You can reach me on other social media platforms at www.linktr.ee/LUV.MEESH. I hope you have a better than great day. Love ya. Talk to you later. Mwah. Bye. Go Mimi. It's the MEESH Podcast. Hey. Go me. Go Mimi.